ActionAid Nigeria has called on stakeholders, civil society organizations, state and federal government, corporate organizations, ministries, departments and agencies to join hands together to fight poverty in all its forms. The Deputy Country Director of the group, Suwaiba Mohammad Dankabo, made this known during a press conference to mark the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty in Abuja. Dankabo says the need to fight poverty now is greater than it has ever been.
Millions of our fellow citizens grapple with multidimensional poverty every day. We must understand that poverty in all its dimensions robs individuals of their inherent dignity and potentials. It deprives them of the opportunity to access quality education, healthcare, and meaningful employment. It limits their ability to shape their own destinies and contribute fully to our society. We call upon the federal government and the state governments to take note and commit to the following. 1. Develop a comprehensive healthcare programs that provides accessible healthcare services and also that one that is affordable, particularly for those in rural areas. This includes expanding the reach of healthcare facilities and prioritizing essential services, including qualified personnel to attend to people, especially in the rural areas. Eliminate barriers to education by increasing access to quality education, providing support for vulnerable school-age children, and then establish and fund programs that encourage school attendance and address the specific needs of these children. Another key area that we have to focus attention is qualified teachers that will teach these children, especially in the rural areas. Many schools don't have qualified teachers. We also call on the government to develop programs and policies that combat gender-based discrimination and create pathways for women to thrive in various sectors, empower women economically and socially, as this can significantly impact multidimensional poverty rates.
We have discovered that climate change has really impacted our environment, especially the soil that's supposed to yield where it's no longer yielding. We need social protection for the government to ensure that adequate incentives and social amenities is being provided for the farmers to be able to do it, so that they can be able to provide food for them. They should also introduce programs that we empower the citizens. For instance, we have to commend them for the Empower program they introduced the other time. But it didn't go around. We wanted to intensify more effort to ensure that this will reach larger population of the citizens. The masses are suffering, especially the poor, and the women and girls are more vulnerable to this act. We are also soliciting and appealing to the federal government to ensure that the condition of the citizens are put first, so that it's not a question of mouth-watering palliatives, a palliative that will make sense, a palliative that will shift the paradigm from walking like an elephant and eating like an ant. We want the reverse. Let people do what we see what is happening in the Western world, where they put the citizens first. So we are calling on the government of the day to put the citizens of Nigeria first, especially the poor and the vulnerable group. So that at the end of the day, whatever they do, they can be able to say, yes, we are being protected.
There's still a great gap in terms of a lot of women are into poverty. So many youths do not have jobs, and a lot of issues are rising around social protection, and all these shocks within communities have not been addressed. So the call to action to government currently is to see that we are able to partner and bring in programs that are able to empower women to get decent livelihood, to go into various areas of economic empowerment, whether it's in farming, whether it's in rearing animals, livestock, and all other forms of vocational training.
Very frustrating with the crisis, the global crisis, the economic crisis in Nigeria today. You see people actually sliding deeper and deeper to poverty. Life is more frustrating. The reason why suicide rates is increasing and is rising. My fear is that it appears there is actually no end to the economic crisis. There are no structures and systems being strengthened or put in place to even slow down the geometric progression of more people sliding into poverty in Nigeria. Full implementation of our social protection policies, full implementation of our laws, strengthening institutions. We don't have social services in Nigeria. It's like a charity, it should not. It's a fundamental right. Yes, we need to care for the most vulnerable in our society, especially the poor.
We don't have a hospital, we don't have junior secondary school, and security purpose, we don't have security. So we are calling on government to come in rescue, to come and help us, because most of our children here, when they finish primary school, there is no, some of the parents don't have access to junior secondary school at Abuja. And at times, cars are killing our children when they want to cross to the road. We lost almost 2 of our kids last year when they were going to the school. So we call on government to come and help us and give us junior secondary school here. I think with that, parents will be able to send their children to school. In terms of security, when we plant our crops in the farm, there are people that will go there and steal our crops. And at times, when you are coming back from Zuba, this our road, we are facing security challenges. And apart from that, issue of hospital, most of the women, when we are on labor, before you go to the hospital, to take a long process, they will say they want to send us to Zuba. Before going there, maybe at times we do lose the baby, or we lost both the mother and the baby.